see, I got fan and power there. Got the mic. Looks okay. Let me see here. Da 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 da. Yeah, okay. That's picking up. All right. We're all right. timing then. So let's see. Let's check out some more Marius. So we got a little bit more time. Oh, that looked like something actually. Let's see. Where was the clarinet player there? No, it's a different Marius. Okay. Oh yeah, this is cool. This one's cool. Hey, Birdie! Ho, ho, ho. Well, that's Marius Turnianu. That's how I'm going to say his name. Birdie, let me know. Can you hear my voice okay? It looks like the meter's all right. How's the volume of everything? I don't see, doesn't seem like it's distorting. Let me know, whoever is watching out there. Yeah, today I upgraded the view. Cool. All right. Birdie says the volume is good and well balanced. Thank you very much. So I wanted to do this view. This is the side of the house. The two previous streams that I've done from out in the desert. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Hey, Anne. Okay. This is what I got to do. Okay, now I got the reactions off. So that won't do that anymore. The two previous streams have been from the backyard, which is cool. But you can't see the empty lot over here behind me, which has the cactus. So over here, behind my right shoulder, that is cholla cactus. And that's, if you're a kid growing up in the desert, in this kind of desert, you are very familiar with that because that gets in your feet all the time because you're a kid and you're running around without shoes on and everything tracks it in. Pets and people and the wind will blow it in, and it has like these little tiny little, it breaks off into like little tiny little things, and the ends of the cactus have this little barb on them. It goes like that. I wonder if I can find it. Cholla barb. Anyway, it is a well-known entity, and it's kind of iconic, and it's got a cool name. It's called cholla. See, cholla barb. I always thought like it had like a little, oh, here we go. Yeah, this is it. This is what we want to see. The spine tip of the cholla cactus. So that gets you. And it's got a little bit of poison, so it makes it itchy. Oh yeah. And like, you know, Dad's got to get the pliers on your feet and grab the cactus and yank it out. I'm making everybody cringe right now. Yeah, what a beautiful day. It's been rainy here in the desert the last couple. Why is my RAM at 80% all of a sudden? Hang on a second, guys. All right. All right, wait. Let me I want to announce that I'm live. Give me 1 second here. I want to announce that I'm live. Oh yeah, there I am. Okay. Now, that's not right. It's got the wrong description, which is annoying, because I put the right description in there, but whatever. It's always something weird. Okay. I'm just trying to post to my Facebook. I'm live right now. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, I gotta close some of these windows. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Just like every time is a new thing. Every single time I start off the stream, I'm grousing about the technology working differently. All right, we got Russ and Doreen watching. This is great. How much fun. All right, so like I said, I'm live from the Southern California desert. We've got a beautiful blue sky with some clouds. Yes, it's real. And let's see, what else can I show you? I don't know. That's about it, really. This is the side of the house. This is not really the best side, but it's the best background. It's the only side to have the desert, really, because my dad put a big fence up the whole length of the property. So this is the only opportunity for it. We've got some cool videos to watch today, and I want to play and talk some. Share some music ideas with you guys. Let's see. Let's go to my friends in Seattle, Washington. They have a band called Folleada. It's their Fajo band. It's an amazing band with 2 accordion players that you might recognize. Gabriel Rodriguez and Jamie Mashler and the rest of the band. I'm not going to name everybody in the band, but it's an awesome band. Let's see. Let's check out. Everything here is like a year old. Let's see. Seattle Pedicera. Here. Let's do this one. Hey, Duck Brook. Get a little taste of that. Let's see if we can find anything newer. Let's see, 6 months ago. I like that. It's not on their official channel. Ooh, 2 months ago. All right, let's check them out here. This looks cool.
Welcome to the Zen Arts Group.
The Zen Arts? Oh yeah. Wow, what a cool song. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of them. Let's watch another. Why not? So if you are new to the live stream, this stream has various names. My teaching accordion studio is called Rising Reed, but I call this the accordion live stream. How about that? How creative. My name's Dallas Vieri. I live, hey BGR. I normally live in southeastern Pennsylvania, but right now I'm out for the month of March in usually sunny, partly sunny, Southern California, the Mojave Desert actually, out here where I grew up, which is cool. And I decided to move the stream outside because it's so cool. I wanted to share this beautiful area that I grew up in with all of you guys. And this is the empty lot. My dad he wrote letters to the people who own this lot trying to buy it numerous times, and they don't want to sell it. So that's how it goes. But nobody's built a house on it, which is nice. On this stream, we cover all kinds of stuff. We like to learn and grow. I like to learn from YouTube videos. It's one of those streams where most of it is us watching YouTube videos together and enjoying it and like exploring the world. In previous streams, I just started the stream up. I took a long break due to some family issues, but those are over with for the most part. And I've done, explorations of lots of different kinds of things, types of music. I was really trying to dig around through South American accordion music a lot in 2022 and 2023, and I still want to. It's just I realize now that it's outside, I realize how dirty my laptop screen is. I can hardly see it. Ew. Anyway, yeah, I want to continue that. Again, there's so much cool music down there, and it's so close to us. Let's change it up a little bit. Actually, let's go to a different kind of video, and then we can always come back. They sound great though. Jamie Mashler, Gabe Rodriguez. Let's go over to something very different. Let's see. I've got tabs open, folks. I gotta close. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Is it eats up all the RAM and then the thing goes slower. Okay, nobody cares, Dallas. What was I gonna show? We're gonna go, yes, to this. All right, I can't guarantee that we'll watch all of this, because I have a little bit of 2024 ADHD. But we will start it. This is called Balkan Tango, and before we even start, I listened to a little bit of it, and it's so much. Over the last, 15 years, you hear so much music made with, this is not 3-3-2, they call it the Nuevo Tango thing, like from Astor Piazzolla, but then it's like become the sound of European kind of pop concert accordion sound, and I'm kind of sick of it. I don't mean any judgment about this particular amazing accordion player, but it's just that same and it's like, I don't know, I've heard it enough. Anyways, this is a similar kind of pattern, but it's not. I think when I counted 7, but let's see, instead of 8 or 4. Check it. 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1. Yeah, 7. Check it. A very repetitive. Interesting. What do you all think of this? who wrote this piece? Hey, Burnster! Alright, very respectfully, that's kind of enough of that. It's just, I have no criticism of it. It just, I don't know. It's not really what I'm feeling right now. But, an incredible musicianship. Okay. Here, why don't I share, hopefully it won't bog down. It's like, why am I at 70% of my RAM usage when I only have Chrome open? That's it. Anyways. Okay. So I want to show you guys, last time I showed you my 4-voice singing, and I want to just update you on that. It's been fun. Let's see, what will I do here? I'll go to this, and yes, this. There we go. Okay. So the 12th would have been, is that right? Oh, here. We gotta do that. There we go. So the 12th would have been the date of the last live stream. And I have these, you can see, or maybe you can see. I try to put the date on them. Okay, so that's the 12th. Yes, this is, remember, for anybody who watched, the one I did, I gotta scroll it over here. There we go. The one I did on the 12th was kind of weird, but I just wanted to show my progress because it's interesting to me to review it, and I think it might be interesting to you. So I'm practicing just to review like what this is. Well, I'll just play it and then I'll tell you. So this is what it was on the 13th. Still major. Okay, so there it is. It looks like I did another one on the same day. What do I do here? Better intonation. It sounds so forced. But trying to push myself to go faster, so because that trains the ear. That's something I was thinking of a lot last night, that I should start trying to sing faster, because if I sing faster, it's going to make my ear work faster, my whatever that is, music brain. Okay, so looks like I don't have anything recorded for the 14th or 15th. Was that the weekend? I don't know what's going on then. But then here's the 16th. Different key entirely.
1, 2, 3.
I think this one sounds better than the previous. Okay, and it looks like I did a few that day. Okay, so then I started doing the minors. So here's a minor.
1, 2, 3.
Intonation is not good. Okay, that's enough of that one. Then 17th, which was 2 days ago.
1, 2, 3.
It's improved. That's cool. And if I have the time, like I wasn't able to practice it all today because I'm late on my materials for the group class. But usually I like to do it first thing when I wake up, or one of the first things after I've woken up. I know what that is. That's me just trying to sing the ascending. I noticed, like listening on it, I noticed that the ba ba. So you have a re mi fa sol la si sol la. Anyway, the scale steps from the fifth up to the octave are less in tune. The beginning ones are more in tune, and so I was working on that. Let's skip to yesterday where I made something really fun. So I've been sending these to friends and acquaintances and all kinds of people, bothering few of my students with them. It's just so much fun. I'm addicted to it. So I've been thinking of like sending messages, putting people's names in there, but I'm like, this could be too creepy and cause a schizophrenic break or something. Okay, so let's see. Is it this one? Okay, yeah. All right. So then I did this one. Next full moon is on the 25th. Next full moon is on the 25th. And that was fun. It was just something silly. That's the next full moon is on the 25th is what I'm saying. And then I kept going. I guess I did a lot yesterday. Probably procrastinating making my teaching videos. Anyways, so check this out. So then there was some birthdays on Sunday. So I decided to... Oh, wait. I got to change the window. Hang on. Is that right? Yeah, that should be okay. Do you see that? That's weird. Why don't you see that? Sorry, I'm trying to get it so you can see. There we go. Okay. So I made some happy birthdays. Very simple. So here, I'll play you each part. So I'm snapping and singing the roots. The 5 chord, back to the 1 chord. Gonna go to the 4 chord. There. And I forgot to record that. So then you got, let's see, what's after this? Oops, don't do that. So then I have the harmonies. So that's the third. I'm singing the third. And then the other voice is going to sing the 6th. Da, da, da. Should sound like that. Da, da. Yeah. Da 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 dee 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 dee. The other voice and together. Okay, so then we add the bass. Happy birthday and many more. So, a fun way. That was fun. Let's see. I want to show you more because I just been a singing maniac. Let's see. This one's cool. This is a really simple one. Let's see. What do I have to do to change this? I gotta go change the window and then change it back. Okay. So I call this the Metroid Cadence because it reminds me of something from the original Nintendo Metroid. It's just the same 3 chords over and over and over again. I just like the way it sounds on the Machino, which I don't have out here, or I'd play it for you. And so I've just been like singing everything. It's really, really fun, and it's changing my hearing. Okay, so here it is. Let's see. I'll show you the bottom part. Okay, that's the bottom part, and then the next voice. It's just not exciting, but I like the sound of it. Let's see. And it sounds very like medieval or Renaissance.
4.
Okay, so anyway, here's all of it together.
3, 4.
Isn't that cool? And I have I got some nice speakers, but it's so cool. It sounds so full. I don't know if you're hearing it out of a small speaker, it doesn't sound that huge, but if you have headphones on right now or you're playing it out of a larger speaker, it sounds so cool. The human voice is really amazing. How it works and like what it likes. Like I'm discovering how when you throw a fifth in there, because a lot of these voicings that I'm used to thinking of don't have fifths. That's just part of the sort of the lineage or tradition that starts with like jazz chords and stuff. Okay, there's one more I want to show you, which is not very good. This one's not good, but it's taking this Ballada de la Musa arrangement, and just starting to sing it, which it's cool because it's making me, I don't know, it's just showing me like what I can't do, which is exciting. So let's see. Pardon me while I switch the window. This is annoying that I have to do that, but it's okay. It sounds so huge. So it's the tenths, 10th plus whatever. And again, these are Machino voicings that I would play. Let's see. Here, the bass. I always, before I record, I always sing the note. I always sing the note so that way I can, with my voice, I can match to the note and then get ready to sing. It's just a little scale that ascends and it's harmonized. 2 5 1 5 1, and that's it. Just that many chords. There's way more, but it gets more chromatic. That's the thirds. This voice has the thirds. Mi fa so. You get the idea. And this voice has the sevenths, which the first one's a major 7, the other ones are minor or dominant 7s. And those are really hard because I have to use my falsetto, which like I have no control over, and it's like I can barely make it through. Okay, and then here's the melody, which is not very good either. Da dee do da dee do dee do. And I'm mostly just interested in getting the right timing and getting the right intonation to hear how everything sounds. I'm not thinking at all about the performance of it, except for the happy birthday one, of course. Okay, so here's it all together. Very slow. intonation's whack, but all the notes are there. And that's what I am playing on the Machino accordion. The top 3 voices recorded are my left hand notes, and then the bottommost voice is my right hand melody. It's so neat. And this is like the advice that I've gotten all my life that I really haven't done. Sing, you should sing. Jazz, you're learning jazz, you need to sing all the solos, sing along. And I haven't done enough of it. So it's like my remedial work. Okay. Is there anything else? Let me look, see if there's any other projects. Nah. That's it. That's enough. Okay, cool. So this is fun to keep you updated on this. Kind of show my work here. Go away. Okay. Cool. So let's listen to some more music, and then I'll play some. I have a beautiful accordion over here. Let's see, what should we listen to? Feel free to interact in the chat also. Let's hear something totally different, which is Adam Matlock from Connecticut playing a Carly Rae Jepsen song. Nice. Okay, I'm going to leave a comment. We gotta support each other. You know what I mean? You got accordion players that live around you. Go to their gigs. All right, one more. Richardus. These are kind of cool. Okay, here's a couple that are on my subscriptions that are nice. Let's listen to this one, you guys. This could be cool for us. So this is a Learn Jazz Standards YouTube channel, and they're a great website. LearnJazzStandards.com. I'm just trying to pull it up there. They've been around for a long time, and they have great content. I think their advice is always aligns with what I think is good stuff, and I learn things. But I feel like they're really good. And guess what? You get to learn jazz standards. Okay, let's see what they have to say. So I thought this one would be cool because it says, get addicted to practicing your instrument. Give it a thumbs up.
Number one thing stopping you from becoming a better musician
What a great sounding
is
mic.
lack of motivation. You know that feeling you get when you look at your instrument in the corner and you're like, I don't really actually want to play you? Yeah, that kind of lack of motivation. Now, the best musicians in the world are the ones that are continually motivated, continually excited to play their instrument, and literally cannot wait until the next time they get their hands on it. So if you want to become more like them, let's go over some tips that will help you stay motivated to continually practice your instrument. Hey Hey there, Brett here from Learn Jazz Standards. Let's go over these 7 tips that will help you stay motivated to practice your instrument so that you can improve time and time again. And these are things that my Learn Jazz Standards Inner Circle members are doing all of the time to improve their
BGR
jazz
subscribes.
playing. So I want you to do them too. If you want to stay motivated to practice as a musician, you need to first eliminate toxic feelings you have about music. When I talk about toxic feelings, I'm talking about any feeling that creates a disconnect or a feeling of discomfort about playing music. In other words,
This is good. This is real talk. See, this is such a great. They're not giving you BS. It's real stuff. So this happens to me when I'm practicing. I'll be working on something and then like some stupid idea. I'll get jealous of other musicians, or I'll have some sort of negative thought that comes into my head. It's weird. What's that about? I don't know, but try to let it go.
If we associate bad feelings with playing our instrument, the likelihood that we are going to continually want to play our instrument is going to diminish, especially over time. What are some toxic feelings we could have about playing our instrument? Well, if you've ever had thoughts like, ooh, I'm not talented enough, I'm not near as good as this person
I'm never gonna
that
get
plays
good.
At this jam session.
I'm never gonna
I
learn
suck.
this.
I can't seem to ever get this. My fingers are too big to play my instrument.
We still have 6 more to go, but one of the like secret things is like feeling like light and fun. You know, it's like the balance between like really digging in and being disciplined to yourself, but also like it's gotta be, for me at least, I would imagine for you guys too, the magic has gotta be that it feels fun and doable, you know, and it's not like you're trying to live up to somebody else's standard, which I think we can all relate to. Cool. Casimir says in the chat that they really enjoy this podcast and recently changed it to quick focus shorter episodes. Oh, the format changed to quick focus shorter episodes. That's cool. Very cool. I should subscribe to that podcast because the month of March, speaking of other things that motivate, I'm stealing the topic of this YouTube, but you know, we live in a hyper politicized age right now, a moment where everything is about who you are and what you believe politically and all that sort of stuff. And it's very cumbersome. And so for the month of March, I said, okay, I'm going to unsubscribe from all my politics podcasts because I noticed that when on the rare days that I would not listen to those and I would just listen to music, I felt better. So I thought, okay, this is not good for you, man. And then if you can't stop doing it, then you have an addiction, right? Like if you can't stop doing something that's not good for you. So I've stopped. I watch a little bit here, just a tiny bit, you know, here and there. It's hard to go cold turkey, but for the most part, I've been great. I haven't listened. I've succeeded in not listening to any podcasts, and for sure, I find that like just listening to music or music-related content, just makes me feel better about everything.
And I'm too old, I'm too young, I'll never get to the next level, I've been at the same level for forever. These sorts of feelings give you these negative associations with music and learning music and playing your instrument. So how do we get rid of these toxic beliefs? 2 ways. Number 1, substitute them for positive feelings and positive beliefs, such as, hey, everything's an experiment on my instrument, right? Like instead of, oh, I suck at doing this, it's like, oh, that's not the right way to do that. Let's try another way. Or, hey, I'm not as good as this other musician. No problem, because hanging around with this person is going to help me play at a higher level over time. Substituting positive feelings instead of toxic ones is, of course, easier said than done. It's really a long-term game of reorienting how you think about music and playing music. And that can take a lot of time, energy, and effort, but it's worth it. The more we can associate positive feelings and thoughts towards playing our instrument, the more motivated we are going to be over time to play. The second way to get rid of toxic feelings is to be aware of them when they come up. So if you're having negative thoughts about the way you play, about your instrument, about the style of music you're trying to learn, like we do jazz over here, just recognize that they're happening. The moment that you are aware they're happening, you can start to substitute them for more positive feelings and associations. In general, try to make playing music light and not so serious. The more serious progress that you make playing music and learning music and getting better, the less likely you're going to have positive associations with it. And we want that for long term.
I completely agree. It's such a competitive thing. We are the most competitive with ourselves. And if we can just make it, stick to the beauty, stick to just focusing on how cool is this melody or how beautiful is this sound that I'm getting right now, whatever it is,
Term motivation. If you want to stay motivated to practice, then you need to stop when things get too hard. Bear with me for a second, because I know that might sound a little controversial. They say when the going gets tough, keep on going. No, stop. Don't keep on going. Meaning, like, if you're getting way too frustrated practicing something and it's boiling your blood and you're really unhappy and those negative, toxic feelings are coming up about playing your instrument again, you are far better off stopping and trying something else, moving on to something else, than continuing hammering away in those feelings, if we're talking about staying motivated to practice. This is just simple psychological science here. It's not just me saying this. This doesn't mean that when we face challenges in music, we should stop and run away, because everybody knows that if we don't overcome challenges and do hard things when it comes to becoming better musicians, we'll never actually improve. But at the same time, if you continue doing something and getting super frustrated and upset and just keep doing it, it's not going to help you. If you switch to something else, try a different approach, try a different strategy, look at it in a different way, then perhaps there's a breakthrough somewhere else that's going to help you get to the other side. In other words, don't keep hammering through a brick wall, just go around it. If you want to stay motivated to practice as a musician, you need to set up for yourself musical projects, regular musical projects. When I surveyed my inner circle members about what keeps them motivated to practice, this was the number one thing that they said kept them motivated to practice.
I completely agree. Yeah, I see it the same way. Because especially when we're just studying an instrument ourselves or with somebody, like I'm a teacher and I teach a lot, so I have lots of ways of interacting with people, learning from me or with me. It can be sort of that having a project, having like whether some sort of performance reason to perform gives a focus to all the efforts. And I know from my own experience and also observing others that when we can like play with people, then all of a sudden everything lights up because you have an urgency. You have a reason why I need to learn this song and these chords, and I got to learn it in time and quick because I want to, whether otherwise it gets to be just this like, it can be this, cement mixer. It can be this endless like sea of never-ending exercises, and that's hard. That's really hard to do. I don't have a project where I live in Pennsylvania at the moment, so it's just solo accordion stuff, really. And then, of course, playing with bands that I get invited to play with. But I need one. I need to take tip 3. That's what I need.
Long term. Now, we don't want to just set up musical projects. We want to set up musical projects that set us up to win every single time. So what's an example of a musical project? Well, for example, in our Inner Circle membership, we learn one new jazz standard every month. So a new song every single month. That's a project. Sometimes we learn solos. That's a project. Sometimes some of our members work on chord melodies. That's a project. Sometimes they're bigger projects, like learning 10 songs, and then you have smaller projects in between, like learning 1 song, and then you have smaller projects in between, like learning the melody of a song, and then the chords of a song.
So this is just
a musical project that sets you up to win every single time.
So this is a little bit different than mine, because mine was like a performance-based project, which I still kind of think is better, but I like it. I mean, it's focusing your work.
Is one that you can accomplish every single time. What happens when you accomplish a project is it triggers the reward centers of your brain and it makes you want to continue, aka stay motivated to practice. When you continually start projects and don't finish them, or just have no projects at all, you feel aimless, you feel like you're failing, and therefore you lose motivation. So when you're actually accomplishing publishing musical projects and seeing yourself actually improve every single time you do, you're gonna get excited about playing and you're gonna be totally jumping to play your instrument every single time you see it.
I would agree. And I can say, the thing I've been doing, which has been giving me immense pleasure and joy and satisfaction and excitement to keep going, is all that singing stuff. And I've also been recording my playing too and working on stuff, doing 2 accordion stuff or singing or just, working things out in the recording program, which works for me. That's working really well for me lately. And I hope it doesn't stop. Okay. Well, rather than go through all of these, because it's going to take another little while, I'm getting restless. So let's go on to something else. All right. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about how I approach playing off of a lead sheet, which I think is interesting to people out there. I just got a YouTube comment from somebody who recognized me as, it was a teaching video that I had on my Rising Reed channel, and the person said, "Hey, are you the guy that has done those Liberty Bellows demos?" And it's like, well, it could be. There are also people that look like me. There's a lot of people that have done Liberty Bellows demos, but I think it was me. I mean, I certainly have done them. And he was talking about the chord combining stuff, so, which is part of it. I just have the real book up here, and I didn't even pick a tune yet. If anybody has a suggestion for a tune from the real book, I thought I might pick something that's like approachable, and a real standard. Let's see, something. I promise I won't scroll all day. Let's go up to the table of contents here. All right. Let's see if I can find it. We can see if we can see this. Yeah, it's good enough. Trying to make the windows smaller. There we go. Anybody that really wants to follow along, pull up a chart of how high the moon. So one thing that I do, just right out the gate, I would So right out of the gate, what I would do is I would start adding harmonies under the melody. Not all the time, because I think that gets too oatmeal mushy, too mushy. Let's see. Can I arrange this? Let me put this over here. There, that's better. Okay. So I would think of, like, if I'm looking at the melody, even simpler than thinking about, like, harmonizing every chord. Okay, that's really cool, but I don't know that I would do that right out the gate. I usually think of, like, either thirds or even bigger intervals below the melody, and it almost always works. And I'm thinking of the scale, which the word for that is diatonic, which means of the scale of the chord. So the first, let me zoom in here for you guys. See, now you're not going to be able to see it, 'cause I need an AV helper here. One moment. Oops. No. Come on. There we go. Okay. Over here. Sorry, this is annoying for me too. Woo, that sun's coming out. It's like the tiniest little hitbox to get my stupid cursor over to be able to open this window. There we go. If you guys only knew the pain that I feel. Okay, so starting at the top, throw some consonant harmonies on there. So the first chord is G major. So anything that fits under there is going to work for me. That sounds great. I'm just playing a simple G bass and G major in my left hand. Or maybe I pick a bigger interval, which sounds great on the accordion also. And I've done this enough so it's just, you know, your hands just kind of do what they do. And I have a concept. Do I want to start simpler? Yeah, probably. So there I have a little bit more, and I'm thinking filling up the chord underneath my hand. So I'm on that E flat major chord in the melody. Let's see. There. Right? So just these little harmonies, because when you combine the melody plus the left hand, that sounds good, and then it just doesn't quite sound jazzy yet. So if I can get that major 7 or some colorful notes, all of a sudden. So let's see. I just want to kind of play a little bit and then describe what's going on here. So I think I'm thinking also about like a very simple arrangement. So I'm not doing the Frank Morocco thing. Which is great, but that's not what I'm doing to start with, just because I don't want to. But I love connecting chords, so like chord scale sort of stuff. So if you think of the chords that come out of the major scale, so like in the key of G, you have G major chord, and then an A minor chord, and then a B minor, and then a C major, and then a D. You know, it's the same math for all the keys, and then throw a 7 on there. I use that stuff all the time, and I'm always walking up to, maybe walk up to the 3rd. And that's happening in my left hand, so I'm kind of breaking it up across the. And it sounds so full because you have the sound spread across, and it doesn't sound that noisy either. The accordion can be such a noisy instrument. But just keeping a couple notes in the right hand, you know. And of course you want variety. So you have some movement. I could go the other way. Let's see. So I'm thinking of, instead of going G up to B, go down, start on B. And a lot of times my bass lines will connect not just on the roots. That's a lot of what I think about. So in the G minor 7 in the second bar, G bass, then F bass to E over the C. So there was the same idea of walking up. I do that all the time on the F major chord, walking up F major, G minor to A minor, or F. You could think of that as a F over A, but with a passing chord in there. F major, G minor, and then G sharp diminished to A minor. That's another thing I'll do, and it works coming down also. So you could start on the A, and then that A flat diminished to the G minor, to the F, or to the C. It wants you hear it go to the C. On the F major. Now, because I've done that so much, I could keep doing it, but I think it would get a little boring. So I'll do, the other thing I do a lot is start a half step above and resolve it. So I'm starting on a B7 to get to the B flat 7. So there I'm in bar 8, B7. And all that is I'm thinking of landing on the B flat 7, but I start a half step above. So I'll start going into the F minor chord. Let's see. That's not it. Yeah. That's it. Oh. So again, more walking down. How can I get up to that A minor? Now there, I do want to play nice thick chords because I hear it, because it's. So I want to harmonize that melody note. So that I'm just playing the parts of the B minor. So it's a B minor inverted, and then a B flat 7 inverted, just exactly what's written. And then like an A minor with the melody, and then resolve it. And then, so it might be something like that. And a lot of times I don't keep a consistent, I keep time, I'm in time, but I don't keep like a walking bass line. Or whatever. Or even that sort of thing. It's more like little comping. And it's up to my right hand to decide the, to dictate rather, it's up to my right hand to really keep the time, because it's playing more than anything else. You can hear the time. Doom, da, da, ding, chicka-dum. So then if I was improvising, I would use my left hand similarly. That's another thing I like. On a major chord, start a half step below. So I'm thinking of F major 6 here. It's really is below where I have. I can open this up here. No, it's just annoying. It's like doesn't want to do it. I'm trying to. I don't want to do that. I want to make it. Sorry, guys. No? Is it the other one? No? I don't know. It doesn't want to do it for me. Sorry. Anyway, on the F major, E major. So I'm thinking F major 6, but a half step below. So that's me taking the same chord, E major 6, and resolving it up, and that's over an F major. And it, when it's so deliberate and dragged out, it sounds awful, but. So I think a lot about connecting something dissonant and resolving it to something less dissonant. And it's either a half step above or below, or it's what we would call a secondary dominant, like a diminished thing leading to, like maybe an F sharp diminished leading to the G. Or then the half step below the F. And I'm trying to hear a melody too in the top voice. So if I started them, and just harmonize it. You know, in this case, my hand wants to go these little triad shapes. Yeah, and there, it just, I naturally, my intuition is to get more block chordy, just because you've heard enough, we have heard enough already, you know, it's like you have to change it, the same approach. If I used only the same approach, it would get boring. So that's kind of it. And then as far as chord stuff, that's a beautiful chord with G major and D major. And I can make that G minor by playing G minor and D minor. And I love these little, I'm always doing 2 half steps above or below. Let's see, boom, boom. I'm not really doing it naturally now. It just sounds so good. Oh, it's gotta be the A flat. As a little tag or a little intro, I'm playing the B minor 7, B flat 7, A minor 7, D7, and these. Hearing them at a body do da. Let's see. Ba-bo. I got a question asking if I play jazz on my Machino. I do play jazz on my Machino. I play on both. I'm doing on Stradella because everybody plays Stradella, and this is a great jazz Stradella, jazz accordion. Throw that flat 9 in there. What a beautiful sound. It looks like a diminished chord, but it's a rootless D7. So here's the D in the left hand, and I have the 7th, the flat 9, the 3rd, and the melody. Ba-do. Let's see, I want an A5. There we go. So that's how I approach a jazz standard. Thinking about, hang on, I'm going to sneeze. It's going to happen. Yeah. Well, Birdie's asking to hear it on the Machino. I'll do that next time. Yeah, next stream. Out in the desert. I'll play some free bass jazz. It's my concept is very similar. It's just I have more control over the voices in the left hand, whereas here you have bass note control. You can make melodies go up and down, but you can't make the inner parts move so much. There I can, right? That's beautiful. With that sus chord, or but I can do more similar stuff to what I'm doing in the right hand. But yeah, so I would say like my go-to things are these moving, the stuff moving through the chord scale, usually starting or ending at the root. So the root moving up to the third. So G major 7, A minor as the passing chord, and up to G major 7 again, but with B as the bass. You could also look at it as a B minor, but we're not hearing B minor, we're hearing G major 7 over a B, you know? And then all kinds of cool passing chord stuff on there. Right? And for all the chords. And then chromatic walking up or walking down. So walking up to the C7 from the B flat, B natural, C7, or a half step above, D flat. And so it's all these things. Jazz is what happens before. It's what you add before. I say it's like harmony is when you have your the way music works is when you have your hands on the treasure chest, about to open the treasure chest. That's how music works. It's not what's in the treasure chest, it's what's about to be there. That energy, that's how jazz is. That's how harmony is, I should say. Right, this, because I've established the tonality of F, you can feel me pulling you up, you know, or down. That wasn't as good a voice leading, but the A flat. Somehow we wound up a D major, which we don't need to, but because we're in songs in the key of G. So those are my kind of like go-to shapes and things that I do a lot on the accordion. And it's not so reliant on, it's certainly not reliant on oop-pop bass. It's not that at all. And I could but I don't know, I don't feel that for this song. On a tune like Honeysuckle Rose, that would be more I would feel it on that. On this one I don't. I feel more of a something like that. All right, that's my jazz 15-minute break there. I'm trying to do more just like, showing how I think. All right, now it's too much sun. So, including that stuff. So if I was to give any advice, I would say check out the passing chords. Do your work to learn major scales and the chords that come from the major scales. No, there's no escaping the desert sun. I'm gonna have to get a hat. I wonder if we can find Frank Morocco or somebody, or Frank Petrilli playing How High the Moon. Somebody with a kind of nice golden age swing or bebop hand. Let's see. Wait, I won't leave that one though. We might want to go back there. Here, I know. I'll take this moment to plug. We'll plug. Cinema is getting condensed. So originally they were advertising 2 weeks, but now they're just advertising 1 week and condensing all the students there. It's still super awesome. If you can come, there's a few spots left. I would suggest you do. Sign up while you can. It's probably going to sell out now. It's amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. And the only reason I haven't promoted more is just I've been so grief-brained trying to get back to everything. But I'm getting more and more excited about it. And I don't know, just the proximity to the great ideas and the heart and soul of Jacques and Natalie. It's so amazing. So if you can make it out there for that week in New Orleans, it's great. And I can give you recommendations so we can go out and listen to music in the great city. It's no better music city. And the ATG is doing their annual festival on July 23rd to the 27th. It's honoring the matriarch, you might say, of the ATG, Joanne Cochran Summers, who's has a long career in academia and accordion education. She taught the accordion program at University of Kansas City and has been involved with the ATG, learned from a bunch of famous teachers. Anthony Gallerini was one of her major teachers, who's a very famous name in the pedagogical development. Anyway, she's cool. She's a really cool lady. And let's see, this is my event that passed. We're going to do another one of those on June 2nd. But anyway, plugging that. Was there a third thing for me to plug? No, I don't think so. That was it. Okay, those are my plugs. Now, let's see if we can find somebody playing How High the Moon. Let's see if we can find Frank Morocco. Here's somebody playing a Frank Morocco arrangement. I don't see How High the Moon, but let's pick another swing tune. Lullaby Birdland would be really similar. Here we go.
Frank's a studio musician in Los Angeles. He gets 95% of the accordion work. Frank and I studied from the same teacher, George Stefani, in Waukegan, Illinois. We've been friends since we were this high. Let's give him a great big welcome.
So in the chat, Casimir said I should do a jazz group class, and yes, that's what I plan to do. So I was thinking the next jazz group class is going to be minor blues, and that's going to be April, I think 8th, 15th, whatever, 5 weeks of April into the first week of May will be the next. And then after that, probably late May into June or just June, it's either going to be a class on just like jazz chords, like learning the kind of basic 2-5-1 and other major 6 chord shapes and some other stuff, and just applying it to a melody, either harmonizing the melody or playing the melody as a single note. I thought that could be cool, or going off a lead sheet, one of the two. But I get a lot of requests from people regularly about learning jazz chords on the accordion, so I think I might do that one just so then I can make the materials and have them, and then after that we could do like a more broad. That actually makes sense, because then we could take that after I've done that, and then I'd already have that stuff, and we could just reference it and go, okay, now we'll just do a class where we're going to look at a standard, or you pick a standard, bring your own standard or lead sheet or something like that. That could be cool. All right, so back to the greatest American jazz accordion player who ever lived.
Frank Morocco.
Frank Morocco. Beat me to it. Love that pedal. Be right back. keep an eye on my accordion. All right. Yeah. All right. The stream sounds so much better with headphones on or good speakers. I highly recommend it to everybody. So, just from a teaching standpoint, I'm not trying to like harsh the Mel here, but it's a lot of, very common. Piano players, everybody does this. But the melody in the top fingers and then the parts of the chord as little stabs. We get a lot of that. And we get Frank going in and out of his, I always call it the Frank Maraca left hand. Just the almost Freddie Green style, if you're familiar with that famous guitar player from Count Basie's band. Really light chords, but it holds the time, and he can also then play the swing syncopations against it, and then we feel it so much more. Oops, sorry. I don't know this melody. I assume it's from My Fair Lady, but does anybody know the name of this melody? Tritone. Oh, I'm getting married. On time. Give me the church on time. And he's got oompa bass going on. Hey, Mike Siaka. Happy to have you here. So epic. Super fun. Hey, Debbie, thank you. That's fun that you're watching the stream. Oh, okay. I've grown accustomed to your face. Thank you. All right. I got from the chat. Very cool. All right. Let's see. Some more stuff to check out. Oh, yeah. Well, I think it was a previous stream. Alex was asking for people to subscribe to his channel, and he did it. He hit 5,000, and now he's over 5,000. So that's cool. We love our friend Alex Meixner. Here, let's check out some Brazilian stuff. This is Jovenel Santos. Yeah.
Segura aí o vídeo aula aí, ó. Gente, ó, pedido muito especial para um fã, colega de profissão. Vou gravar esse final da iguaria campeira, que é essa parte aqui, ó. Ó.
Oh, this isn't a performance video. This is a teaching video, which is cool, but let's just listen to some good music, huh? All right, we can come back to that stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. Here's a bandoneon. Daniel Benelli. Let's check this out. Adios Nonino. Oh, wow. A whole little camerata. Now the sun really came out here, guys. So hard to predict the weather. Wow, beautiful classical guitar. This is for Mike and Debbie watching. A little bit of guitar for you guys. love that fourth thing that happened right at the... Yeah, right here. Da, dee, da. It's the beginning of Chips. California Highway Patrol. So cool. I don't know, something like that. Something A minor with a lot of crunchy dissonances in it. Very cool. I love the writing for that. I was checking out. It's at one point I was just like, well, how many? Oh, there goes my speaker. Oh no. My dad has an old engine block right against the house here, and that's, the speaker just fell on the engine block. Would be better if it fell on the dirt. Anyway, yeah, so cool. I don't know if you guys love the bandoneon as much as me. Bertie Wooster says this music gives so much feeling. Yeah, the beginning dissonant part is interesting. Just last night I was listening to Beethoven. His late, let's see, Opus 111, his late sonatas, and it was Richter, although, Barenboim? I just want to find one that's not on a record. And also, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm like at the squint to see the computer. So I just want to find a version that's not. Check out Katie Mahan. And there's all these. I'm going to try to find the point, but it's still tonal, but it's getting so like modernist and so dissonant at the same time. And he wrote all of this stuff that's so low. The version, I listened to multiple actual performances to find on Spotify to find like a version that I liked. And honestly, I didn't I didn't end up with one that I loved. It seemed to be like rhythmically. I was like, something, I don't know. Anyways, but these really dense voicing super low on the piano. I'm going to see if I can get to that so we don't listen to the whole thing. But inside of that, what a pianist does, a good pianist will, they call it, or I was taught it's called voicing. And so if you had, say you have 4 or 5 notes or 4 notes in your hand, the pianist, you're going to play like what you're understanding as the melody to that louder. So my pinky might be a little flexed or going down more. But in this case, in this Beethoven thing, it's like the melody's inside the chord, which is so interesting, so hard to do. It opens with these wild figure here. Beeping, beeping. You got to hear the opening motif. It's so dissonant, so angular. Okay, but I want to try to get it to where it's those crazy low chords. We can just see it. I'm sorry, this is so annoying. This is the whole sonata. I don't know. Now I feel bad. I'm not exactly sure. I was listening to it late last night. Anyways, super cool. Really low chords. I'll find it. I'll find it for next week. All right, what else are we going to do here? All right, 5 minutes long. This is what's his name? Robert Livingston? No, Robert Estrin. We've watched his videos before. We like him. So this one is provocative title, Why You, all caps, must accept your limitations. You got me to click on it, Robert. So let's see what this says about our limitations. How dare you?
I'm Robert Estrin. You're watching livingpianos.com, your online piano resource. And today I'm talking about something really important. Why you must accept your limitations. Now, I don't mean to bring you down. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite.
Don't bring me down.
Anybody who's really accomplished anything great, it's because they accept their own limitations. You look at people who are masters at any craft or art, and you think everything just must come easily to them. What you don't see is the hard work that goes into it. I can't tell you how many times I have students who think they're the only ones that piano is so hard for. It's actually really hard for anyone. Now, there are different things that are difficult for different people.
Okay, I want to just jump in here. And how many of you have been playing your instrument and somebody goes, how long would it take me to learn that? This happened to me the other day by a very cool, well-meaning person. But it's a funny question to ask. It's a very, I don't know, ignorant is the right word, but it also has so many mean connotations. But it's an uninformed question. It's like, well, what do you mean? Like, how good do you want to get? Because there's like, you know, playing a song so somebody, you know, so your wife recognizes the song that you play, like it's recognizable. Or then there's, you know, what do you want to learn? How far do you want to go here?
Some people excel at some.
And then that's the secret, is there's never an end for us. There's never ever an end. I mean, if you've met a person where they like they started learning an instrument and they're like, okay, that's as good as I want to get, that person is probably a sociopath or something.
Some things, some people
or
excel
maybe they're
at
a very
other things,
enlightened being.
But the key to being able
know.
to accomplish anything is to accept where you're at and what it takes. And it
Okay.
takes way more than you think
Yeah,
it does. And this goes for everything. You see a beautiful painting that's absolutely photorealistic, and you're in awe of the quality
Whoa.
of the work, and
That's
you
a
can't
crazy
imagine
painting.
how it's done, and you think they're just geniuses. No, if you lived with that person, you watched them work, you'd realize the countless hours, the meticulousness they spend working and crafting that painting to look like that. It doesn't just happen. They accepted what it takes in order to create that masterpiece.
It's true.
The same is true in your piano practice.
Okay. All right.
It's very easy to dismiss things and think, oh, I should be able to get this. Why can't I get this? You know what? It's because you're human. And if you look behind, I have a video, it hasn't come out yet, actually. The editing has been like mind-bogglingly difficult because I want to put the scoring in the whole thing. I sat down one day and practiced for a while. And a piece that I studied years and years ago, very briefly, and
I like
I
that,
just
Mike.
showed how I practiced. And when it comes out, it's a Mozart fantasy, and there's a fast section in there, and I talked about how I, you know. And it goes on. And I practice really just that part of it. And it's about a 40-minute practice session, but I knew it was like too long for anybody to watch, or maybe you would enjoy it, but I have parts that go in fast motion, so you realize how long I take to learn something to really get it under my fingers and into my head. And you realize, yeah, it's not a snap. Just because I can play all this music from memory doesn't mean that it just comes to me like boom, the score is absorbed. It's a meticulous process. I have a video I did years ago.
No, and usually whatever we can do, we're not happy with either. What's up with that? Whatever we have, it's not enough. I could do it that way, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way, the way I can't do yet. And yeah, great input from Mike Siaka, who says humans are masters of underestimation.
I flipped open randomly the Chopin mazurkas and found a mazurka I'd never even heard before, and I started memorizing it. And if you should watch that video, I'll put that in the description. And then Mozart, be watching for it. My editor, I thank him so much for the hard work he's doing, putting all the scoring in there. So, and you'll see what it takes. So don't beat yourself up. Accept that this is what it takes. Then you decide, is it worth the effort or not? But to think that it should come more easily than it does, you're not going to get anywhere with that. You'll just get frustrated and you'll think less of yourself. Just accept your limitations, and from there, you can accomplish almost anything.
Almost anything.
That's the message for today. I hope it's inspiring for you, not discouraging. Let me know in the comments how many of you have
All right, that's good. We like Robert Estrin. He's got good advice. All right, so now I want to play something for Anne, who is also an oboe player. So I just found these Corelli oboe concertos, and man, are they cool. See if I can find a good version that's not gonna get me copyright violated. Here we go. So Corelli is like, this is my journey. My other work has been this guy, Richardus Cochlearius is the name of his YouTube channel. I don't think that's the name his mother calls him, but he is a I described him to my friend Matt as a Baroque wizard. Did I have something in my tooth? No. A Baroque harpsichord wizard, which he kind of is, or alchemist. I don't know, something in between. And through that, I started his course, and it's very dry, but it's so interesting. He has all these. The first chapter is like bunches of like 20-minute videos of him lecturing about stuff that I think I know. Scales, yeah, I know that. Circle fifths, but no, because he ties it to how he's teaching you. You know, basically he's made a course for anybody. You don't have to have any prior knowledge, and I do. But it's like there's a lot. I'm glad I'm watching all of them because there's a lot of stuff in there that I don't know. Like, for example, how the our current scale that we have is a flattening of the Renaissance modes, which were wild, and there was a bunch of them. And tonality is a flattening of that harmonic system, the tonality of the 1700s, the 18th century Baroque music. And anyways, it's very interesting. But through that, it's getting me more interested in Renaissance stuff, because it's like the early Baroque and late Renaissance, even middle Renaissance music is really interesting. And I've learned that this guy Corelli is like one of the major people and composers, and somebody who made it all come together. Okay, we can do better than this. Let's try this one. Little triad. 3, 5, 1. I like the pocket square. It's like the intonation seems weird to me. I mean, like I'm to talk. You guys just saw my singing, so not really fair. I just want to find a really good one for us. All right, let's see how this one is. This is the 5th movement. Not so easy just to like wing it and get something good here, huh? This will be the last attempt. First movement. With an organ, not no strings. Well, solved the string problem by just having an organ. All right. So that reminded me of this cool choral music with bassoon. See if we can find a good one here. Nah. See, I'm gonna find it. Whoa. Now it's really bright. Sorry for my crazy face. Huh? Okay, let's try this one. So cool, right? All right, we got some more here. I know we do. Oh yeah, I know what it is. So just yesterday, Michael Bridge put out a cool video of playing the F major two-part invention. And then what does he call it? He has a name for it, but I assume he composed it, but he extends it. Elaboration. He calls it an elaboration. It's cool. So cool. I listened to it one time, like right yesterday when it came out, or Sunday rather, because yesterday is Monday, right? Today's Tuesday. I listened to it, but I haven't listened to it again until right now. It's cool. I noticed more that the ornamentation that he's doing, like I'm not an expert on Baroque music, but to me it sounds like some of the ornamentation that would belong more to a wind instrument, which makes sense because the accordion is a wind instrument, you know? Even though he's playing a keyboard work, it's so cool. These very like fanfare kind of little ornaments, which sound great. They sound so good and reminiscent of, what a trumpet or other wind instrument would do. Great, Michael. Okay, we got time for one more piece of music. Let's see. Is there anything one day ago? I just love looking through my subscriptions here. Have something with an accordion. And done a little I love this channel because the audio is always so horrible. It's all like VHS. That's cool. I wanna see if there's accordion in this video. If so, no, it's just dancing. Let's go out with music for a found harmonium. Is this a Guy Klusevsek tune? No, by Simon Jeffs. All right, here we go. We'll end with Alex.
For St. Patrick's Day, I hope you enjoy this little rendition of the Irish reel, music for a found harmonium.
Cool. Wow, keeps modulating. Getting his Oberkreiner on. He's out of keys now. Where's he gonna go? Wow. Wow, listen to the brilliance of that. It's so bright. Alright. That was great, Alex. Okay. 2 o'clock on the dot. How good are we? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, and all the preferred pronouns. This was a great 2 hours with you all. I'll be back here. I like this spot. I'm gonna set up here again if I can. Maybe I'll bring a little pop-up tent that I saw in the shed. That'll help my old skin and eyes. This is great though. Tune in every Tuesday, same time, for not just accordion stuff, but music we love. Thanks so much. Yeah. Thank you guys. And I'm gonna go have some lunch, and then I gotta keep working on my sorry all blues class students who are here. I'm late. I'm behind. Just waving to the neighbor. Anyways, but I'm gonna get it out. It'll be out there tonight. Okay. Everybody be well, and maybe I'll see you next